Even though it's late, it's nearly 6. I thought I'll end by sharing this last video today. I get a lot of clients from around the world who take my services and consultation and whatever. And lately I've been getting all these youngsters who are in their 30s who are at very high positions, like regional head, and it's not dummy titles, actual earned. So this guy, obviously can't give you specifics about him, client confidentiality. This young man is at a position, a level that, I mean, many of us cannot even dream. Okay, for his age, he's in his 30s. He is at, I think, 3 levels before becoming a CEO for a multinational company. Oof! When I got his profile, at first I thought he was bluffing. And he's Asian in a Western company. So I was like very impressed. First I didn't believe he was real. But then very soon he became my client and he used to take regular sessions with me. Now it's, the duration has increased because he's very busy with his projects. So he booked a session a few days ago and he sounded disturbed as we were talking, and long story short, he was planning to quit his job. I was like, why are you planning to quit your job? You're next in line to be the CEO because you're still young, you're in your 30s. People above you are nearly double your age. So he was telling me that he works so hard, he works 14, 16, 18 hours sometimes. He gives his heart, his soul, he is hardworking, he is studying, trying to get more technical knowledge, experience. But he can't bear the politics. He can't tolerate the emotional headache, and he was feeling very burnt out and he was very upset. And so I listened to what he had to say. And then finally he told me, Loy, I'll pay you money. Let's start working on my brand to leave this job and start new. Immediately I told him, see, listen, after he finished, I told him, okay, now you have paid me money to know the truth, right? He said, yeah. Okay. Even if you don't like the truth, even if you don't like what I have to say, he said, that's exactly why I pay you money. I need to know what I can't see. I need you to tell me what I can't see. So I told him, what you're doing is running away from the war. You're running away from the battle. He said, what do you mean? He's saying, I know I can't break my head against him. And then that is where, I give him the solution. I'll tell you what exactly I told him. See, and this is a summary. See, in the corporate world, initially when you join, it's your technical knowledge, it's your ability to prove yourself. And this goes on in the beginning part of any organization, right from the ground level to the mid level. You have to definitely show in terms of performance and technical knowledge and expertise. But however, after a certain point, it's less about the technical knowledge. It's more about networking. It's more about emotional and mental maturity. And that is where office politics comes in. If you're not able to handle the office politics, the games people play, then finish, you will not succeed anywhere. And I'll tell you, at the highest level, the politics, the dirty games, the mind games are even more intense. Now, obviously, an amateur or a normal person would say, Loy, I can't stand office politics, I would quit. Well, guess what? Every country in the world, every company in the world, every family in the world has politics. You cannot escape it. The only way to escape is, like, for example, if you want to overcome social media, don't have a smartphone. You'll never be addicted to social media. You'll never, like, many people come out with video how to be invisible online, and they give out, use a VPN, use a this Tor browser, use this, that, change your IP address. Man, simple. You want to be invisible. Don't have a smartphone. Don't have an internet connection. You're invisible. So in the same way, if you don't want politics and you want to live in a world non-existent of politics, you have to stay alone. When you stay alone, there's no politics. There's nobody. But if you have more than 1 or 2 or 3 people that you're interacting with, there will be groupism. Remember, where there are more than 2 people, there will be a group. 2 against 1. They have to. You can't have everyone like each other equally. So in the same way, what I told him is, there's nothing more you can do technically. Whatever you add is like small feathers in your cap. Now if you have to succeed, now, it's networking with the decision makers. It's kissing ass. It's doing what they want you to do and making them like you so much that they should be like, you know, your name should be at the tip of their tongue. If they ask, who's the guy that you want? You should be the first one. And, you know, you should keep doing it with everyone. You should be there networking with the main guys. Where office politics is concerned, if you can't succeed in one way, find another way. Don't run away from it. Let's say they're playing politics in an organization. The escapism is leave this company and go to another company. What if the next company there's worse politics? You'll leave again, then you'll go to another company. What if it's even more worse? There's no end to it. Escapism is not the solution. In fact, I tell people that, you know, when you're in a company or when you're in a country, you have built a track record. You have built a reputation. People know you. Your boss knows you. Your department knows you. Your company knows you. Your customers know you. Don't throw it all away and restart the whole process. Because you go to a new company, you have to restart everything. Your boss doesn't know you. Your colleagues don't know you. Your department doesn't know you. Your new customers don't know you. You're making it worse. Rather, don't leave the legacy that you built. That is why I tell people, you know, when someone knows they can't beat you, they will try to suffocate you so much that you'll leave everything as a gift and go away. In fact, I told him, by you resigning, you're making it easier for them to succeed. You're giving them a gift. Here's my position. It's going to be empty. You bring whoever you want to this and strengthen your position in this company. Don't do that. I told him, I'm not asking you to fight with him day and night, but you need to be mentally resilient. He will keep trying. Let him focus on you. You focus on you. He will focus on you. You focus on you. And then he asked me, obviously, how do I do that? Saying where he is busy trying to poison your name, obviously the game he would play is network with the decision makers and poison your name by favoring his. You find out the best way how to be so amazing that the guy can't ignore you. It's like having a man, he has 2 girlfriends and both are trying to win his heart. I mean, you have to think of something out of the box. Really out of the box. See, there's no one size fits all answer for every situation. Like if suppose I tell you, try to get a new customer and, show the company that you've got it and let everyone notice you. I'm pretty sure this one piece of advice cannot be applicable for everyone. What if you're an engineer? What if you're not allowed to interact with other customers? There are so many other factors. So every situation is customized, but the fundamental foundation is don't run away from a situation. Don't run. Because if you run, that problem will follow you for the rest of your life. One simple example I'll give you. I used to always be afraid when in Dubai, in UAE, I used to always be afraid of losing my job. That one day I'll be without a job, I'll be without a visa, what the fuck will I do? right from a young age. And for me, losing a job was like death. It was like losing my identity, losing everything. Guess what? I would work, I would do my level best to, make sure that I wouldn't lose a job, kiss ass and play games. And guess what? That fear of losing the job made me actually lose my job. And I lost my job, I think, a record number of, I think, 16, 17 or 18 times I lost my job in the next 2-3 years. I lost my job so many times until I decided, fuck this. If I lose a job, nothing is going to fucking happen. And I decided to fight it. If I lose my job, no problem. I'll figure out a way how to get a new one. And if I lose that, I'll figure out. And very soon it became, instead of just keeping on getting a new job, find out what to do after getting a new job. I rephrased the question. I started working on my personality. I started working on that, what I feared the most. Like they say, do what you fear the most and it'll no longer exist. So I told him, your weakness, because of your age, is your inability to manage human beings, people, emotions, feelings, office politics, because you're very hot-blooded. I said, the fault, the change, shouldn't be the world. The change should be you. And I gave him a simple example, what I was in my 20s. If I look at it today, I'm like, fuck, man. Oof, I was a hot-blooded guy who believed, fight and debate and argue and all, too much drama. Today today at 44, when I look back, I'm like how they say in Thai, cha-cha, relax, take it easy, slow. So I told him, I gave him a list of solutions from what to do, like simple general stuff like meditation to this thing, and plus I gave him a written to do. Remember, just giving general advice is not enough. You have to give specifics, measurable tasks. Gave him a list of them. And I told him, you follow this strategy based on your personality, you will see results. Given how incredibly ambitious he is, how talented, how sharp, I'm pretty sure he'll achieve success if he masters this. So in conclusion, what I want to tell you is, in the corporate ladder or the corporate world, initially when you start, it's all about technical expertise and proving yourself through numbers. Now that doesn't mean as you go higher up, you should not prove in numbers. But remember, Satya Nadella or Sundar Pichai, these guys, or Elon Musk, they don't know everything technically. Elon Musk doesn't know everything about rockets, technical this thing, or the chemical composition. He's not a chemist. He's not a scientist. He doesn't know all this. But he knows how to manage people. He knows how to get things done. He knows how to handle politics, pressure, media. These are the skills that will help you at the higher ups. So, and this has been the reality, what I've observed with CEOs and directors whom I speak and interact. And the reason I chew their brains and ask them these questions is because this is not written in books. This is the reality, So anyway, this is what I wanted to share. And keep in mind, here's my open challenge to prove my point is right. This is an open challenge. I'm 100% sure, this is to prove what I'm saying is right. I'm 100% sure you know as much as your boss. Your boss and you technically are more or less the same. But then the question is, why is your boss getting 40% or 30% more than you? Why? Is it because technically he's better? No. Is it because he knows how to play the political game well? He knows contacts, connections. He knows how to kiss ass. He knows how to move his way around. In fact, I'll share with you, if you're interested, another video of how my childhood friend, who was one of the most mischievous, like gangsters in our school, became the top, almost like, director in this multinational company. And he did it through a very different path. Huh? Remember that previous networking example I gave of my Indian friend who became the CEO? More or less the same thing, but in a very different way, slightly different. So if you're interested in that story, I'll tell you. Just comment down below so I know some of you are interested. If not interested, forget it. If you're interested, I'll definitely tell you. So yeah, this is the lesson that I want to give you. Remember, to succeed after a certain point, it's no more about technical skills. Like I said, your boss knows how to play that game. That's why he's your boss. Even though your skills are the same. Okay? And one last thing I'll tell you. Keep in mind, higher up now, the management always looks for these traits. Who can unify people, who can unite people, who can bring together resources and make people work together as a team. In fact, I'll leave you with one small example. It's in Satya Nadella, when he was taken an interview for the CEO position. They asked him, Microsoft, this is a real fact, huh? You can see his interview. They asked him, why should we make you the CEO? All other candidates, I'm pretty sure they said, I will multiply the revenue, keep the shareholders happy, I have a vision, this, that. Satya Nadella, his answer was, like if I ask you, why should you be selected as a CEO? You'll also give such answers. Shareholders, multiply the wealth of the company, blah, 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 ambitious vision. And his answer was, only if you want me. Only if you want me. And what does that mean? If you believe in me and you feel I can do a good job, I'll do it. I'll take the response only if you want me. He gave them the importance. And this maturity came only after he got his children who were born, physically challenged, mentally. They are handicapped. They have all these complications. From being an ambitious, hardcore, aggressive guy, yeah, doggy. Okay, he became like a very patient, understanding father. And he used this empathy in his corporate life. So think about what I've said. Yeah, doggy. Yeah. Think about what I said. And let me know your thoughts. Do you think what I'm saying is right? Office politics, networking, managing human emotions, that will help you succeed at the top? Or not? Alright? It's late now. I think nearly going to be 7. Please take care. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please sign off. Ciao.